Gozo is the second largest island of the Maltese archipelago situated in the Mediterranean Sea. This less urbanized island can offer a relaxing experience to anyone who visits. Known also as the Island of the Three Hills, Gozo is home to several beaches spread around the island, sceneries and historic sites that reflect the several historic immigrations to the island. Obviously, we start off this list with the capital city of Victoria, or also known as Rabat. Walking through its narrow streets, one can access several churches, including the famous St. George's Basilica. The basilica was built in the 1600s and holds several statues and paintings that were created by world-known artists. The central part of Victoria is filled with stalls and hawkers that sell anything from traditional pastries, antiques, clothes and food. While there, do not miss out on the homemade local goat cheese. This old part of the city mesmerizes anyone with its rich history and old houses that own the most admirable stonework. Gozo, and this is one of the most famous sites that tourists tend to visit. This is a fortified area and it is visible from most parts of the island. It knows its roots from the medieval era and it contains a lot of history, so make sure you visit. Within the bastions of the Citadel lie the Cathedral of the Assumption, the first hospital, the old prison, several museums and the law court that still runs to this day. As the name implies, the Salvatur Hill holds the statue of the rising Christ. The statue was first put in 1904, but due to weather elements it had to be replaced several times. The one that lies there today was placed in 1970 and is so far surviving well. The hill is also a place of several myths and legends, one of them being that black smoke was once seen coming out of the hill and led to the belief that it was a volcano. Although some still believe this, geologists have dismissed the idea. The hill provides beautiful panoramic views that can be admired also during sunrise and sunset. History has it that this limestone cave once homed inhabitants from the Bronze Age and provided them with a good vantage point for invaders. This cave is an excellent place to enjoy coastal views of il-hamra Bay and the surrounding countryside. Moreover, you can take spectacular photos that are unique. You can access this cave either by following the signs from Nadur or follow the pathway from il-hamra. Il-hamra Bay derives its name from the golden reddish sand and lies between the villages of Nadur and Chara. It is unique to Malta and Gozo and it is very popular with locals and tourists alike. il-hamra is also a historic site. It is said that there are ruins of a Roman villa that lie buried beneath the sand. Also, there is a statue of Our Lady of Hope that stands vigil in the middle of the beach. It is said that it was erected in 1881 to provide solace to the solitary guards. The magical attraction of Dweira lies in the dramatic cliffs, coastal formations, and sea spilling over the rocks. Here you can swim in the spectacular deep sea that is also popular with divers. Dweira is also home to the fungus rock that is believed to grow a plant that has medicinal and healing properties. Apart from correlating Dweira with Game of Thrones, this site has become a remembrance of the Azure Window that succumbed to the waves 2 years ago. While there, you can also visit the small modest chapel dedicated to Saint Anne and swim in the shallow waters of the inland sea. From there, you could also board a small boat to ride around the parameters of Dweira. Azure Window was not the only rock formation in Gozo. There is also another one within Mira. Gigantea temples are recognized by UNESCO to be the oldest freestanding temple in the world. Being from the Neolithic era, it is older than the Stonehenge and the pyramids of Egypt. The name Gigantea is derived from a myth that the temple was built by giants. Moreover, the layout of the north and the south temples lead to the belief that they were built as a worship to a fertility deity. Apart from admiring these temples, the lately installed Modern Interpretation Center provides vast information about the social aspects of the temple builders and their families. Thus, it is worth a visit. The monumental shrine of Our Lady of Tapinu is a center of pilgrimage for many locals. The sanctuary was built between 1920 and 1931 in front of the original chapel, which is still intact behind the altar. The basilica welcomes all visitors who wish to pray or simply admire the great architecture. Also inside, one can witness the several items that were given as offerings of promises attended to Our Lady of Tapinu. Shlendi is a typical fishing village in Gozo. It has an ideal bay to swim, snorkel and dive, while also being served with good restaurants, bars and hotels. Shlendi Bay is surrounded by steep cliffs and several caves which attracts many tourists. The stairs on the right cliffs of the bay lead you to a panoramic view of Shlendi and to one of the caves where you can enjoy swimming isolated from the rest of the bay.
Maybe you're in Australia, maybe even on the coast, disguised in regalia and making the most of
Well, this gets us to the end of our top 10 things to do while in Gozo. While we recommend to rent a car, bus transport would serve well for these locations. Thank you for watching and do not forget to hit the subscribe and like button if you enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay safe.